YouTube, how the fudge you doing? Hey guys, Nadeshot. Today I'm bringing a brand new video. Hope you guys are all having a fantastic day. I wanted to start this video off by bringing light to just an absolutely terrible situation. Over the last couple of days, on the morning of October 2nd, the professional gaming community and the Call of Duty community more specifically lost one of its own. A professional player by the name of Fizzerp tragically lost his life along with his best friend Marcellus in a car accident, and it has just struck just the internet in a terrible way. And you guys might have not known him personally, but me and a lot of the other professional Call of Duty players who we've all essentially grown up together. We've been competing against each other for years and just have been trying to figure all this out together. And unfortunately, we lost one of our own. And he went out way too soon, way too soon, along with his friend Marcellus once again. And it's just one of those things that, you know, like that's just life, man. There's no other way to put your finger on it. There's no other way to think about it. There's no other way to have any understanding why the things that happen. But it was somebody who I truly valued as a competitor and even more as a friend. Even though we weren't very close, he had a lot of close friends in the Call of Duty world. He was one of the original streamers on Twitch back in the day. I used to try to steal strats on Modern Warfare 3. He just approached the game in such a completely different way, and he just had such a fierceness and so much tenacity in the way that he competed. For me, competing was always really important, but also making YouTube videos and also trying to be an entertainer. And Phil just embodied all of those things while staying true to what it means to be a competitor. All he cared about was winning, and it showed so much with the way that he approached tournaments. And it's just a shame that we're never going to be able to see him up on main stage, putting his heart and soul into the game. And that's the one thing that bothers me the most. So although you guys didn't know him personally, I know everybody that I'm friends with, and really just everybody in the gaming community would really appreciate if any of you guys can help support Phil's family and also his friend Marcellus. I'm going to put both of their GoFundMe links to help cover the funeral services. Money isn't going to make anything better, but it might help things be a little bit easier for their families. So I've already donated some money. If you guys have any extra cash laying around and you feel inclined to do so, I know myself and anybody and everybody in the competitive gaming community would truly appreciate it. So thank you. So moving forward, I want to say thank you to everybody that clicked on this video. I want to take today as an opportunity to have more of a real conversation with you guys. This is something that I used to do a lot more often when I first started my YouTube channel, which I've noticed I haven't done it as much. And the only explanation I have for that is over the years, I've learned to try to keep things to myself. And the reason why I do that is because I've learned that since there is a lot of anonymity, did I say that right? The fact that you can be anonymous on the internet helps a lot of people and enables them to make a lot of cruel comments, you know, and I don't get it as bad as a lot of other people that make YouTube videos and a lot of other people that really put themselves out there on the internet. But when you have a lot of people watching your videos and just tons and tons of people voicing their opinion about your personal life, you start and tend to keep those things to yourself, just because people can be cruel and ruthless. And no matter how thick of skin you have, if you continuously see negative things in your life, they just get harder and harder to deal with. So you sort of shut that part of you down. Like you just don't even want to deal with it. So you don't even allow yourself to be vulnerable to a lot of people. And I feel like today was a good time to turn the camera on and just talk to you guys about what goes on in my head. Because I've noticed that some people call me emotional. I am a very emotional person. You know, I sit inside my head all day and I analyze things way more than I should. But that's just how my brain is hardwired. And that's the only way I know how to operate. I just think about everything that is going on in my life way too much. And sometimes I have good days and sometimes I have bad days. And today was just a really bad day. And not for any particular reason, but I just was not able to get anything done. I woke up, and yesterday I was so excited to get back home from TwitchCon. I hosted the H1Z1 Invitational. I was doing my first hosting gig that I've had since I stopped competing in Call of Duty, and I was very nervous about that. And overall, the event went really, really well, and I was in a great mood on the way back to LA from San Diego. But for whatever reason, I woke up this morning and I was just in a terrible mood, and I plopped down on this couch when I got out of bed, and for whatever reason I just couldn't get anything done. I just wasn't motivated to go outside of my apartment. I wasn't motivated to make videos. I wasn't motivated to go to the gym. I wasn't motivated to talk to anybody, and for whatever reason my mind just felt that way today. And sometimes it's a really hard thing to deal with. For me, what I've learned in the last couple years is life is really all about peaks and valleys. You know, you're gonna have really, really, really good days where everything seems to be going your way, and you know, you're just having incredible conversations with people, you're getting great news, you're working hard, or you did really well on a test. Just the things that in life that make you happy, you're gonna have days like that. And the reason why I say peaks and valleys is because you have that peak, and then you're gonna have that valley where you hit a low and you can't put your finger on it. Maybe you got some bad news. Maybe you got fired from your job. Maybe you uploaded a video and it didn't go well. Maybe you were competing in a tournament and you got first rounded. Maybe, you know, your girlfriend broke up with you, your boyfriend broke up with you. I don't know what causes those valleys, those lows. And for me, it was nothing particular. Like, I woke up this morning and nothing was wrong. I just had a really, really off day where I was just so inside my head that I couldn't bring myself to do anything. And I just had a terrible perspective about the entire day. I felt like I was wasting it. I felt like I was, you know, burning daylight. I couldn't get anything done. And it was just not a good day. So the reason why I wanted to talk to you guys about that is because that's life. And I've learned that since I've sort of hit adulthood and I moved out, got my own apartment, and I've gone through so many different stages of my life. I lived in a house with my best friends, moved out to LA on a whim to live by myself. I've had a lot of peaks and valleys. Like, it's just the nature of growing up. And a lot of you guys are probably younger than me. Some of you guys might be older than me. And I'm sure the older people that are watching this video can totally relate even more to what I'm saying. But if you guys are younger, I just want you guys to know that peaks and valleys are going to happen. You're going to have good days and you're going to have bad days, and some days you're not going to have explanation for why you feel great. Some days you're not going to have an explanation for why you're having a shitty day, or why nothing's going wrong, or why you're just feeling like shit. It's going to happen. It's just bound to happen. It's human nature. I don't know if it's a chemical imbalance or if it's just an off day. It's just something about life. You're always going to have peaks and valleys. And for me, I think it's just knowing how to ride that wave, how to get past that speed bump that you're facing, whether it's a week long, whether it's a month long, whether it's a couple hours, you know, it's just going to happen. And it's really all about the way that you rebound to try and get back to those peaks. So for me, turning this camera on is a way for me trying to turn my day around before I go to bed, so that I wake up knowing that I got something done, I was productive, and it's trying to get away from that negativity that was growing in my mind all day. And I'm feeling great, you know. I rebounded. And it's just a very, very small thing that I'm sure some of you guys can't relate to that has instantly turned my day around. And just talking to you guys on camera, it's just making me feel better already. So really what I'm trying to get at is I just want all of you guys to know that everybody goes through it. You're not alone. What blows my mind is that every single human being on this planet is living their own incredibly unique life. Like, every single trial and tribulation, or good day or bad day, whatever that you're going through, there is like 7 billion other people on this planet that are going through the same exact things. And I think that's why I love music so much, is because they are able to embody a lot of the emotions that they're going through, and a lot of things that are make them happy or make them sad, and they're able to put it in some sort of way where everybody around them and everybody in the world that finds their music can relate to. Unfortunately, I'm not a musician, and so this is really the only way that I can tell you, like, things are gonna be okay. And that's the point of this video. Things are gonna be okay. It's okay to have bad days. I had a bad day. Not for any reason, and I'm sure a lot of you guys are having worse days than I am, but I had a bad day where nothing seemed to go well. Everything seemed hopeless, and I really didn't know how to get to tomorrow. But that's just peaks and valleys. That's just a wave that you need to ride out. That's a speed bump that you need to get over, and it's just a hump. And you're gonna figure it out on your own. And nothing is ever hopeless. This is a super introspective video where I really felt like I just needed to get that out there. And I hope this can be relatable to you in some sort of way. Because I know that if I wasn't making YouTube videos, I would like to be reminded of this exact thought process throughout my day. Peaks and valleys. It's all life is. You got to ride out those lows so that you can get back to the highs. And I truly, truly believe that. So I hope this made sense. I hope I go back and watch this and it's constructive and you guys can understand where I'm coming from. Things are going to get better. Keep your head down, work hard, live, laugh, love, everything that you can do to make your life better. Go out and do it. But just know you got to take the good days with the bad days. That's all I'm trying to say. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. And you too. We'll see you fudging later. Come on.